I got my head out the sunroof. I'm blasting.
Greetings, my beautiful, beautiful brothers and sisters. It's your favorite gal, your homegirl, TT. And I am just here to pour the tea of love, inspiration, and motivation. That is the only reason why I'm here. I'm trying to pour into y'all. But I want to be honest with you guys. Can I be honest? I feel like if I'm going to do this, I have to be very, very transparent with y'all. It was a rough week. It was a really rough week. A lot of things happening. I had a funeral and things with your children, and I'm taking care of my mom, and it's just a lot of things was happening. And this week was really, really, really rough for me. It wasn't enough for me to throw in a towel, but you know how when you have a cut on your hand and then you put some hand sanitizer on it and you can feel that burn, that sting. That's where I was at. And it led me to a lot of questions. You know, God had told me to do this event. And I don't know nothing about throwing my own event. You know what I'm saying? And my mind, I'm going back and forth with it, and I'm battling with it. And he's opening doors. And it's just that he opened this door for me. And then it's just like, now I got to work. I got to trust the process. I was questioning about this. I'm like, God, why you got me on here doing this? Like, what is the purpose? You know, why do I have to be obligated and do this? And he began to speak and really deal with me. And so he told me to tell us, he told me to tell you, me and you, that we have to learn to listen, trust, and obey. And it's really simple. It's really simple, but yet so hard for a lot of us to do. He gave me the story of Noah. Noah was the only righteous man, and his family was the only righteous family in the world. And God was getting ready to destroy the world, right? So much sin. He had to get rid of them. So he spoke to Noah. He was dealing with Noah, and he told Noah to build an ark. Noah, like, wait a minute, an ark? First of all, what is an ark? And I don't have the credentials for this. I don't have the money to do this. I'm not ready to build this ark. But he was obedient, and he was willing to listen, trust, and obey him. Could you imagine what he had to go through building this ark? Could you imagine if God spoke to you right now? I don't care what neighborhood you are in, or what neighborhood you are in right now. You could be in the richest neighborhood in the world, okay, or the poorest one. But if God spoke to you, he told little old you, he was dealing with you, and he said, I need you to go out there and I need you to build an ark. Would you do it? Would you be able to move? Could you imagine what the people were saying? Because you got to remember, all them people at this time, they was all wicked and sinful. Could you imagine the hell they gave him? Could you imagine how they talked about him? Could you imagine what they were saying about him when he was out here building that ark? Could you imagine how he looked like a fool? And it may not even be an ark for you. For you, it may be starting a business. For you, it may be starting that ministry. For you, it may be opening up that restaurant, that hair salon. Maybe he telling you to move to a different state. Would you be willing to listen, trust, and obey him? See, I know what the problem is for me, I don't know about you, but for me, is that I keep looking at the resources that I have available in front of me. But see, we got to be like Noah. He didn't have nothing. He didn't have all the wood to do it, but he had to be willing to trust. And listen. He had to be able to listen, trust, and obey God. So that's what I'm going to give you with this. 1, 2, 3. Listen, trust, and obey God. I don't care what it looked like. He gave it to you to do. And he may seem crazy. They may be talking about you. You may not have the means or the credentials to do it. But if God spoke to you and you told you to move, then that's what I'm going to need you to do. And you're going to leave the responsibility to him. It is really simple. You know what we tell our children? What you tell your child? Listen, trust, and obey your mama and your daddy. Are you a good listener? Are you willing to trust him? Are you willing to obey him? So you got to know who you praying to. So you just sitting on your knees and you just praying and doing a passive prayer and you don't believe in what you praying or trusting in what you praying, then guess what you're doing? You are wishing. Stop wishing. Stop wishing and believe and know who you praying to. Trust him in spite of what it looked like. Trust him when everybody is talking about it. Be obedient with that thing, and he will open up that door for you that you couldn't even imagine. Let me get off here because I'm about to, I got to wrap it up with y'all real quick. It's really simple. If you just listen to him and you trust him and you obey him, you know what your parent will do? They'll reward you, right? If you got a good kid that's going to listen and trust and obey you, you're going to do more for that child. God's going to open up that door for you. I don't know who this for. It's for you. And remember this. God loves you. He has a plan for your life. And if you listen and if you trust him and if you obey him, you will find life at its very best. This is the formula you can apply anywhere in your life. You can apply it anywhere. 1, 2, 3, ABC. Listen, trust, and obey him and move. Stay prayed up. And that, my friend, is the T. And that is that sweet tea from McDonald's, dog. That's that sweet tea from McDonald's. I ain't had time to stop nowhere else. But I love you guys. God bless you. Have a wonderful, wonderful, and awesome week. Pray, learn to listen, learn to trust, and obey. And that's the business. I love y'all, and I'll talk to y'all later. Have a blessed week. Bye.
I got my head out the sunroof. I'm blasting